across the country they come, men, women, and children, fearful, uncertain, often unlettered, sick in body and shaken in spirit. Thousands pass through this 9-acre campus, where over 300 cases are registered every day. They walk in with anxiety and trepidation, but soon a sense of comfort and assurance settles, and life seems to hold out a promise. A new faith is born. There came into existence the Cancer Institute, founded in 1954 by the Women's Indian Association of Madras, with a mission to convince and prove that cancer was preventable and curable. Founded as a cottage hospital with 12 beds, the Institute is today a comprehensive cancer center with 428 beds, a research center, Dr. Muttulakshmi College of Oncologic Sciences, and a division for preventive oncology. Annually, over 120,000 patients pass through the portals of this institute, and over 10,000 patients are admitted. 60% of the patients are treated either totally free or at a subsidized cost. It has been a fundamental article of faith to provide the finest in diagnostic and therapeutic oncology to the poorest in the land. With this in mind, the Cancer Institute has consistently been upgrading its technical facilities with state-of-the-art ultrasound, CT scan, MRI, and nuclear imaging. The Division of Radiation Oncology has been a trendsetter. On Christmas Eve of 1956, the Atomic Energy of Canada donated the first Cobalt-60 teletherapy unit in Southeast Asia. It not only ushered in the super voltage era in the country, but also brought recognition to the Institute. Truly a tryst with destiny, the Institute woke up one fine morning to find themselves famous. The following decades witnessed a continuous flow of international aid from philanthropic agencies in Canada, Germany, Netherlands, Denmark, Japan, and many others in the form of Cobalt-60 units and linear accelerators. Today, the department has facilities for conformal therapy, IMRT, treatment planning systems, simulator and supportive equipments for state-of-the-art planning. The intraoperative therapy facility is the only one of its kind in the country. Surgical oncology is still the solid foundation on which cure of many cancers depend. Organ conservation in osteosarcoma, laryngeal and breast cancer, skull-based surgery, and laparoscopic surgery are routinely practiced.
அவங்க இங்கே பார்த்துட்டு எனக்கு சர்ஜரி பண்ணாங்க. என் சர்ஜரி பேர் வந்து LSSன்னு பேர், லிம்ப் சால்வேஜ் சர்ஜரின்னு பேர். அது பண்ணின பிறகு இப்போ நல்லா க்யூராக இருக்கேன். நான் இங்கே உள்ள டாக்டர்ஸ் எல்லாம் என்னை நல்லா பார்த்துக்கிட்டாங்க. நான் இப்போ ஆல்ரெடி பர்ஃபெக்ட்லி க்யூர்.
Medical oncology as a specialty was introduced for the first time in the country in 1970 and has enhanced the scope of cure of many cancers that were earlier considered beyond the scope of treatment. The Institute pioneered multimodality treatment way back in the 1960s. A separate unit for pediatric cancers in India was established in 1960. Prior to the 80s, the outlook for acute leukemias in children was dismal. Today, over 50% of children are completely cured, returning to a lifetime of normal health and happiness. This has been a success story for over 2 decades now. About 250 children below the age of 14 years are treated annually.
And I was affected with leukemia. I came to the Cancer Institute when I was about 4 years old, and now I'm totally fine. Cancer Institute has done a lot for me and I'm doing really well.
With the view that today's research is tomorrow's treatment, the Institute has always conceived of research as the basic foundation for clinical progress. The focus of research has been in common cancers in our area: oral, cervical, and breast cancer. Despite various obstacles and hurdles, a research section including epidemiology, medical physics, biochemistry, cytology, pathology, immunohistochemistry, cytogenetics, electron microscopy, and molecular oncology has been built. The Molecular Oncology Division is designated as a Centre of Excellence by the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. The establishment of the Tumour Bank is a major step in aiding research. The hospital's registry has a lifetime follow-up of treated patients. The demographic registry has provided the lead for cancer control in our area, documenting the ominous rising trend of lung cancer in men and breast cancer in women. Telemedicine, a recent addition connecting the Institute to 5 peripheral centres, is used for cancer education and awareness, and continuing medical education and follow-up. The College of Oncological Sciences, the first college to be established in the country, is affiliated to the Dr. MGR Medical University. The academic spectrum ranges from the continuing medical education for the medical undergraduate and the practitioner to the sophisticated doctoral and postdoctoral programs. The Institute set up the super speciality degrees of the MCH Surgical Oncology and DM Medical Oncology for the first time in India. It was the first and still remains the only centre for MSc in medical physics. It also offers DMRT and MD courses in radiation oncology and trains paramedicals, radiotherapy, radiodiagnostic, and cytotechnicians. The Cancer Institute is not an entity confined to the 4 walls of a polished, multi-storied building, but is essentially a mission of service, which reaches out to every nook and corner of the state, with 90% of its patients coming from the Indian villages. The process is now being reversed by carrying the message of prevention, detection, and cure to the heart of the Indian countryside. The Institute is grateful to a host of wonderful people who have not merely contributed to its growth, but have touched the lives of thousands of people and aided in their fight against cancer. If you wish to make a difference in the lives of thousands of such people, we offer you the means to do so.
The concept of a comprehensive cancer center was born in the mind of Dr. Muthulakshmi way back in 1926 in the corridors of the Royal Marsden Hospital, London. The consummation of her dream was the founding of the Cancer Institute Madras in 1952. There has been a sea change in the cancer scenario, a change in the concept and cure of cancer. Today, the slogan is "Cancer is curable, cancer is preventable." This is reflected in the long-term survival of all patients treated. Today, cancers that were considered fatal and incurable have come within the scope of curability. Pediatric acute lymphoblastic leukemias, where the cure was a dismal less than 20% before 1980, is today near on 60%. Testicular tumors and Hodgkin's disease have come within the scope of curability. Hodgkin's disease from less than 50% to almost 65 to 70%. Now, what about advanced cervical cancers from 40% to over 60%? Locally advanced breast cancers from 40% to 65%, and limb salvage in osteosarcomas. All this has been possible as a result of technological advances and conceptual changes. Ours is a mission of service. We need financial support and committed and dedicated personnel so that the benefits of medical research and advances can reach everyone, irrespective of social or economic class. Towards this mission, your support in any form, either service, expertise, or financial, will make all the difference to enable us to reach our dream, to bring a smile on the face of suffering, to cure wherever possible, to relieve always. 50 years ago, it was a dream, but today it is a vision of hope.
And the journey continues.